Alright. It should be going, but I don't want to check because it'll stop the music. Anyway, in Amnesia, the Doctor's done this time, and I have played this some before. It has been more than a year though, and I really don't remember. I never finished the game, so start a new game. And something kind of funny. I was gonna try to do an experiment, but while checking it, I found that it wasn't working. And initially, I would have done the experiment and not mentioned it. Now, because it didn't work, I will talk about it. I just don't
forget. Some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
So gameplay control too? Yep, looks like it. So the experiment I wanted to try doing was record game, heart rate, and the gaze tracking overlay all at the same time. Thing is, even though I have the encoders for it, the end ooh, that is a bit slow. Liquid trail and find its source. And I need to input. Let's try this. Oh yeah, that's much better. Unfortunately, even though I have technically 4 potential NVENC streams, the NVIDIA ASIC streams, OBS won't let me do more than 2. Doesn't matter that I can technically do 4, it won't let me do more than 2. So I tried setting one of the streams, specifically the heart rate, because that's a very simple thing. It will be very easy on the CPU to just run it through X264, but there's just enough of a delay for that starting that's like, I don't want to. Okay. So yeah. It's only the wind. I do remember it's from the Tinderbox sort of thing. I actually did try looking up some information on this. I mean, it's normal for me to look up like how long people take to beat it, so I can figure out how long I want a chapter to be. But it's always ideal when the game just has like natural chapter breaks in it, and I couldn't remember if this did or not, so I tried looking it up. And what I saw was basically that, yeah, there are separate areas with certain things to it, like how there are no... One of the things I saw is that this area, there's no monsters. Same thing with the next area. There are no monsters in it, so you're safe. But nothing as far as like they're actually being clear. Yes, this is one chapter, this is another. And I am talking with my hands, which you cannot see. And I just, when dropping one of my hands down, hit the thumb of my left hand, and that's why I just jumped there. I did not actually mean to jump. Okay. I'll be fine. Come on, get up. Get up! Like, you're Daniel, you can stand. Yeah, so I know that it's safe here. And it's also, I've already played this. It's been more than a year, though. Last time I played it was actually... By the way, my foot is twitching a little bit. if my heart rate is going a little bonkers. Played it for a stream not long ago. I think I may have played it for the stream, then once again after, and that was it. It's purely the whole, and my foot just keeps switching. It's purely the whole, I don't tend to play horror games. But I know that this is a very well-respected horror game, so it's, you know, very fitting to do. Sandy will slowly drink. There. Problem solved. Interesting. I just wanted to look down. Is that dismiss? No. That's a dismiss. No. I don't quite remember the name. Patron Saint of Thieves. Who should? No, wait. I can never remember which side he was on. But the story for why they're the saint is Jesus crucified. He had two sinners on left and right. One of them basically chided him, saying, you know, if you truly are the Son of God, why don't you call down a host of angels to free all of us? And the other one rebuked him, saying, what are you talking about? We actually sinned. We deserve to be up here. This man has done nothing wrong. And then he simply asked, what was it that he asked specifically? To remember me when you are in heaven, and Jesus said that you will be at my right hand? Left hand? Something like that. And his name was Dismas? Something like that. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but is the patron saint of thieves. Because he was in fact a thief. Okay, so I guess that right there, all 7 minutes of this video, that could have been a point. I'm gonna keep going. I set the timer for 40 minutes. It's 8 hours, I think is what I saw. Oh, and also one thing that was interesting before I started talking about that, who that saint is. Can I beat that? Not really. But, nope. I mean, I see Reich there, but it's like PFL, and I don't want to try to pronounce it. I looked down to see what my heart rate was, because my foot had just twitched, and I was like, okay, I want to make sure that it's actually picking stuff up. Boys, the audio's really, really doing a good job. But I looked down, and my heart rate was 77. When I first started the game, though, it was like in the it was low 80s. So it actually dropped, which is it's so annoying because like, I'm not doing anything. I'm literally just, you know, I have it on there and I'm just doing stuff beforehand, and my heart rate is at a certain point, and then I just, you know, start playing the game and it drops. It's so annoying. Oh yeah, I know what this is. I want to conserve warnings. There. I'm only about 10 minutes into the game, and it's just one of those, yeah. That there. I'm already thinking, yeah, it deserves the atmosphere tag. I just want to check this. Hey, at least one good thing about this game is it's one there's very much a if you hoard, if you play very conservatively like I tend to, you well-ish, because the whole, you know, you're constantly trying to save on stuff like this. The tin box is the fuel. You are my companion. You. Let's go. Wants me to be
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back.
I had already written this.
You need to escape it as
Not like I
redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him.
Because, you know, murder. That's the solution. That's quick. Not really. Yeah, that's puzzle stuff. There we go. Come on, companion cube. I think I've said it before. I probably lost the companion cube. At some point I do want to do the Portal games actually. Not with the hard way, with the gaze tracker. This might be an area where I could conceivably kill. Which actually it is saving it, but I'm hoping that means that it just saves naturally.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
Does that mean something? Brennenburg is just a city nearby, as I recall. Oh, my heart rate just went up there. It felt like it did. Just, you know, not only the calling, the woman's screaming. I guess that's not screaming, but calling. But also just the, this is actually, I remember the first time I played this, going back that way, because it's kind of funky. It's like that actually takes me back. Is that, no. Yeah, whatever. Let's hit it. Let's see what happens. But that sudden turn, that is what more, along with the woman's scream, that gave context to the sudden turn that I wasn't expecting. So that. Poisonous. Do it. And struck his victim with a rock. Huh. I am not sure if I should be here.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition. making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was tomorrow I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber, no matter what the professor is keeping.
I'm gonna head back. Say, so maybe. I just don't think I'm supposed to be there just yet. I like, not that I can see, but I can't look all the way down. I want to say that way leads to puzzles, and possibly also something else. I don't know what that means. It doesn't want me going that way. Ah. Ooh, that was squishy. Huh. Those notes sound familiar. Sound like daylight. Cellar and the laboratory. Oh, goody. The wine cellar is a monster. Well, yeah, let's go there. I think I actually do need to go there. This puzzle stuff. I do some that it exists. Oh. It's locked. Laboratory? Laboratory's not. Otherwise, I would ever probably.
What is this place?
There should be more coop rats. Let me see.
Not what I was going to say before I went to this. Not only am I going to have to finish this game, which is 8 hours. Oh man, it's going to be somewhat torturous. But I also want to do Machine Pigs, which I think I haven't played it at all. I think a lot of people say it's not quite as good. Who knows? We'll see. And Soma, which I want to say a lot of people say is very good. I'm gonna hate myself. Anyway, let's get to this. Well, just rock fortress in hopes of producing a point solution.
And one path Aquaforce.
Tinderbox. Okay. Long for life together, I know. And I was hearing footsteps. Okay, this is just triggering that message. I wasn't sure if maybe. Yeah, there is a puzzle here to get this to open it. Yeah. So I need to find the key, get into the wine cellar, so that I can then make the thing. I don't want to waste the oil. I haven't set it, I think. Maybe I have. Yeah, I think, yes, I have. So I was just saying, I don't know what order I want to do them in. But the whole alternating when doing multiple games in a series or franchise, well, pseudo-franchise in this case, after I finish this, I'm gonna go over to Dead Space, and there's part of me that can't help but feel that's actually very appropriate. See, I haven't gotten the key. But yeah, going to Dead Space, because that I have played and beaten Dead Space, sorta, already, but it's just I feel that's gonna be appropriate. Okay, I don't remember how to open up the inventory. Okay. Tab. That's there. Fill it up. And that's also how I can check the my sanity. There's that. Health and sanity. Head is pounding and hands are shaking. Great! Good for you, Daniel. I'm not having that problem myself. Alright, I guess I'll get back now. Dead Space has it's more of an action game. What the hell was that bug just falling through the air? Oh, maybe it's falling over. But anyway, I think that will be a nice offset for me compared to this. You know, less atmospheric and more action. It is going to be interesting to try to do though, because the controls is horrible. It was so bad that when I first played Dead Space, I actually it's so bad that I actually just cheated so that I could actually finish the game. Because I mean, it's when you feel like you can't aim and you need to worry about conserving ammo and such, it's really not much fun. So I just cheated to make my way through. So obviously the challenge wasn't really there. But what I'm going to try doing, I think. Okay, that's right. I need to mix the acid because that's what will burn through that. Why I can't just burn through that door and get the hell out of here, I don't know, but anyway, I think that the Steam controller, I did install Dead Space actually a while ago so I could figure out what the configuration is I would want. I think that'll help. Just certain things like the right trigger for when just squeezing a little bit, so any of the analog on that puts me into aim mode, and if I actually click it down, that's for firing, as opposed to it being two separate things. With the I know I was on here, but I still and with the joystick, if I go to the edge, it will put me into run mode. Recommend services at the professional report and within the same order like Eagle. Huh. But yeah, when I think about it now, I don't know why I really was talking about Dead Space, and it's how I won't even be getting to that for 2 weeks, something like that. On my end, I mean, it'll be even longer for you to see them. That's assuming that I do play every day. That's what I normally try to do. Didn't do that with Super Meat Boy though, because that game was so frustrating. That will definitely be
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground.
You know, once I actually
The men
found out
were
what
superstitious
is a word,
and
meaning
fearful.
careful. So
They
superstitious
argued
means
loudly,
you're
and I
overly
felt their
careful.
strange language getting to me.
So the
I
mysticism
mustered my strength
stuff to
and
it
yelled at them to
is,
continue down the slopes and broken
inferred.
steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange feeling. I was trapped.
I'm sorry, I was reading ahead and I let that just keep going. There we go. That is not that great. That is so fucking interesting. The whole having to click and actually move the mouse to open it. It's just I'm getting so lost. It's just I need this. I do have some memory of this. This pathway. So he's going to go back. So it seemed to be a little bit over here. Oh wait, this just connects to it. Pretty sure something's back there. Could be wrong. I hope I am. I might be wrong. I can't go back. I remembered something.
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped.
I
fell to the ground,
time.
gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanted
I
light.
actually am. See, that's me. Can I run? No, I can't.
It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
Not sure this is it for me, right?
I reached out, closing it in my hands.
Like
The
if
faint
I did.
glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted.
Ah, yeah, okay. So
The voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety. And grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
that was meant to take care of dwindling sanity. Pulling up that, anyway. Yeah, it's fine. I'll be.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
That was kind of funny, at least to me. It's the key. You were saying, not pick my hand. Ha. I was using one finger. I was just clicking, and it went poof.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
So there's a puzzle down here. Oh. Oh. It's always. Ah. Yes, I can. Alright. J? Yeah. I'm not really being honest. Visit undone. Ah, here we go. Deathbed. So I think that's never recorded. It's back the same west of 3 years ago. Lived with application. Covered it order. black people on the great leaders of this country. It opened that door. It was not a door before. It was a wall. Walls make very poor noise. Huh. Time's about to run out. Like I just stopped it at 7 seconds. So let me just get out of here. To the wine cellar. And that's where I shall save it and come back tomorrow. Oh, okay. I think I know. Do I? Sort of. This one. Okay, got that. Yeah. Yep. This is whatever. Get out. I am really looking forward to saving and getting the hell out of it. How's my heart rate doing? 86! 87! I was at 77 earlier. Yep, that sounds about right. Ow. Hey, stop that. Say that the monster is also in one, so sluggish. See, I kind of like that description. But it doesn't matter. Saving it. That looks like it says save instead of save. Anyway, I'm gonna do that and come back later. Yeah. I am glad I'm gonna be out of this for, you know, rest of the day at least. Alright, see you next time.